Fraser survey is a survey that comes out regularly, and as we know, there are certain well-known issues that affect the South African mining industry, and it's not, I think, always just related to the mining industry, but we have a very poor regulatory framework. And you know, when you look at this list, and I think there's 109, and they're not all countries, because some of them are states, but if you look at this list and where we find ourselves, it's to me very sad when, in terms of our regulatory framework in a country like ours that is really so advanced, that we're near the bottom of the list. You know, we're hardly any better than Guinea. You know, if you look slightly further up the list, you see DRC above us. I mean, we all sit in South Africa and we think of the DRC as a very, very difficult place to operate. And it's just not right. This is totally unacceptable where we find ourselves. So of course, government gets it, but they don't do it. And as I say, the reason is there's a lack of trust. But we need clear policy, and we need a supportive regulatory framework. We don't have it. It is not supportive. As the private sector, we need to be seen as a partner, okay? Our success in South Africa is based on economic success. I haven't heard another model that is going to address poverty and joblessness. The administrative processes, you've all heard about Section 54s in the mining industry. They are used completely wrong. We try and set up frameworks for the way Section 54 should be implemented, and there's no reaction. They just carry on the same old way. And we cannot allow our businesses to be damaged like that. I think the concept of milking this industry because it's a sunset industry is also one that has seen, let's just load the mining industry with taxes. Let's just milk it. It's going to die anyway. And of course, the only thing we can do as operators is obviously resist this, but the only thing we can do when the costs get too high for an ore body is to close it down. And when we close down shafts, you know, we talk 4,000 or 5,000 jobs that are lost. And that's what the stakeholders can do if they're not aligned to what the industry should require. All right, so that was the government's chance. Now let's talk about labor. This is even worse. If you look at the Fraser Institute in terms of labor militancy, we're the worst in Africa. And that's not a sustainable situation. And yes, some of it is due to legacy issues, but we need to get past that. We need to look forward instead of looking backwards. But can you imagine an investor pages through these pages, sees us in terms of regulatory certainty, then turns over the page and sees where we are in terms of labor militancy? Who is going to invest in this industry? Very few people. So we have to address this, and we do have ideas on how we do this. But you know, organized labor must focus on promoting members' interests in the context of fostering the economic stability of the industry. And I suppose I'm making a huge assumption that we all assume that economic prosperity is the solution to our problems. But certainly we know that there are certain unions that are politically driven, and they are not looking after their members' interests. And I think we've got to say it to them as bluntly as that. We have to take the sustainability of operations into account. If your business as an organized labor business is about membership and membership fees, then surely you want to keep your membership, or you at least don't want to see it being destroyed. We have to get the understanding across to organized labor that a growing industry benefits all stakeholders. And to do that, of course, we've got to get them to participate in business decisions. But we are the managers of the business. We have to run the business. We have a fiduciary duty to do that. but there's no reason why we can't involve them in certain business decisions. And certainly when it is there to ensure sustainability.